You're listening to the Valley Current.
But then at the very end, they have a reunion show.
Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me what happens, but let me make a point here.
Yes.
That show is, in my opinion, about at the point that they're actually doing the wedding. That show is about where your expertise exactly locks in, which is how to make the bride exceptionally beautiful on that day. And I have to say, in some instances, I think they did improve the beauty of some of the women that were putting on the white dress compared to the way they looked, obviously with makeup, because they probably had makeup on during the filming, but there was like a special degree of makeup, and that's where you really shine. And what I wanted to know from you is, what's happening to that business right now? Because you used to go and even fly to LA to do weddings, right? In Las Vegas and whatnot.
Yeah, I used to go, and you know what? Like I said, I'm really into helping women, working with women on their skincare and on their skin, and like working on their face and helping them with all that. I feel like maybe I've just gotten less shallow, or, less not interested in the I'm interested in the soul. I'm interested in like the person and helping them to feel and look the best that they can from the inside out. And then I just feel like they need to go to someone else and do their makeup, because I don't know.
You don't do makeup anymore?
Not really.
Oh, I thought you still did the big wedding makeup. Am I wrong about that?
No, I mean, I still have it on my website and stuff, but I actually, you can't really schedule for it. But
I thought, listen, I'm sorry, but I really thought, and maybe I'm like so confused upstairs.
Yeah.
I always thought that this business was about, you do the routine work for the chance to get the big wedding party, because that's when you can actually make some money. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what happens? So helping the client with the maintenance, getting their skin looking the best it can look. I do their eyebrows, I do all that stuff, and then their monthly makeup, monthly maintenance, and all that. And their skin. So we want their skin to look the best. So the most important thing is, so you think about like putting makeup on top of dry skin, and
yes,
like that doesn't look good. So
right.
And so I realized too that I used to go and charge all this money to go and travel and do all this stuff. But I can just sit right in my studio and not go anywhere and still make more money, just doing facials all day long and helping them with their skin. And it's just, I feel like also my expertise is working on the skin. And like I said, with the makeup trends have changed so much. Like the makeup line that I used to work with has changed so much. And the product is just not as good of quality as I like to work with. And it's just, it's been over 20, how many years have I been doing? I mean, I did makeup for almost, I don't know, like 18 years, 19 years, and so I think that, and I enjoy it, and I like doing it from time to time, but it's just not what I want to focus my business. I'm moving, I'm only mostly doing skin, like 90% skin. I have one or two clients who have been doing their makeup for years and years and years, and so I will do that. But the most important thing to me is just helping them, feel and look good and feel good and happy in their own skin, and helping them with their skincare.
Oh, that's a good line. You should say, we help you feel happy in your own skin.
Yes.
That's a good line.
That's what we do. And you know what? I like to work, and I like to, there's so many interesting, so I have some new machines, and there's interesting skin, resurfacing treatments and oxygen facials and all these other things I do where you don't really need much makeup,
But people believe, particularly for a wedding,
oh yeah,
you've got to do makeup, and
yes,
you've got to do it in a big way, and you got to spend a lot of money. Like
yes,
that's like a requirement. I mean, I don't know what those weddings cost, but I guess the show footed the bill for the weddings, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it was part of the deal. But why don't we wrap up on this question, which is,
yes,
you're now in a very challenging time in your business.
Right.
And I don't know if you applied for one of these special loans at no interest rate or 1%. You could do that through your bank, through the SBA. And that's obviously advice we've been giving to small business clients. But what do you think is sort of happening here to your business, do you think it'll restart like on a dime, or do you think people will be like, look, you know, you deal with a lot of people, some of them may sneeze in your face, be careful, you're gonna have to wear protective gear, you're gonna have like as though you're a hospital. Are you thinking that way, or are you saying no, I think it's going to get back to normal?
I think it's going to go back to normal. You know, and so this is what, you know, the last couple weeks before we shut it down, you know, I just, you know, I looked at my process, and, you know, I use hospital grade sterilization methods. I wear gloves, you know, I use single-use implements. Like, I don't do anything. I kind of look at my clients like everyone has HIV. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because I'm cleaning their skin, and like I need to protect myself.
Right.
And I'm working with people all day long, all the time, always, you know.
Right.
And so there's nothing that I do that's not sterile, and, you know, everything that I do is clean and sterile. But
you got to worry that they're going to sneeze in your face.
Right? You know, and I'm not worried about it. I'm really not worried about no.
Well, look, I think, let me just give you an idea. I really actually think that the way people who deal with other people, including dentists, doctors, lawyers maybe too, we're going to have to get to the point where we say, look, I've been tested and I don't have any virus, period, full stop. So you can come to a meeting and yeah, we can be like a few feet away. That's not possible for your business, for what you do.
No, and I think, you know, probably maybe I'll wear a mask, and I always wear gloves, and I always wash my hands constantly.
Right.
But, you know, and this is, you know, we're still in the early days of understanding this whole COVID-19. I mean, my gut feeling is, and I see between like 120 and 150 people per month.
Okay, that's
and
a lot.
I'll tell you right now, 100%, and I've been saying this on, and I think we're going to start hearing more of this. I think this virus has been around a lot longer than we know. Yes. Because I had hundreds of clients that I talked to that had that dry cough, that were sick, that had the worst flu they'd ever had in the fall up until Thanksgiving. And I think that once we get the antibody tests, we're going to find out that a lot of us have probably been exposed to this, you know.
And we've survived it and have antibodies that can act as a vaccine.
Yes, because first of all, it's a huge international city that we live in. I have tons of clients that work in tech. I have one client in particular I was thinking about who told me this story, and a lot of my clients are young millennials, and they're just kind of like, I cannot wait to get back. When are you coming back? I scheduled for May 3rd. I do think you'll be back on May 3rd. So people are calling me and texting me, and my schedule is booked all through May. So we're, you know, and I keep kicking it down the can, like I had it in April, not, you know. But I had a client in particular, which is really interesting. She works for Twitter, and she was telling me, I saw her a couple weeks before we went closed, and she had this bad flu. She was out for 2 weeks. And she was telling me about it, and she said they had an international conference. They had a conference with all their Twitter people, and she said, and I mean, don't quote me on this, but she said like 70% of the people in her office got this horrible flu, and everybody was working from home, and people were, I mean, this before the COVID thing was going on. So how many young people, and also there was a lot of people from there was Asian countries, like people from all over for this one conference. And she said after the conference, all these people got sick. And that was, I mean, I'd have to look at my notes, but like that, I believe was maybe December, January. And so people are flying in and out of, you know, I mean, we have a direct flight from San Francisco to Wuhan. We have 40,000 people coming since the fall, both ways. You know, us going, them coming. And so we'd be naive to believe that this virus has not been around.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think the other thing that's true is that people are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And if you've built a lot of goodwill, which you have, and you have a lot of clients, and I know there's a lot of goodwill there, they're just not going to accept that there's any reason to change, because they're going to trust you. Yeah. And they're going to trust that you keep such a clean facility, which you do. And you are pretty much the person in charge and in control. So it's not like, well, I trusted somebody else to do this, because you're the one that's doing the work.
It's just me, and it's low traffic. It's just me, one person at a time, you know, and everything's clean and sterile, you know. You know, and then I also have, you know, I have a ton of clients also that work for UCSF, and, you know, I have a lot of doctors and nurses. And one of my clients who told me that she's a rheumatologist, and she said, I work with people that have tuberculosis. I work with people, we just have to be prepared to deal. We have to know how to deal with this. I mean, I don't rub my face and eyes when I'm doing extractions on clients. I wear gloves, I clean. I don't use the same things on my person before, after. Every time you come to me, you get a fresh set of sheets and towels and all that. I might go to more disposable stuff, like sheets, like get maybe like the paper covers and things like that.
Right.
But I mean, if you don't have a temperature and you're not showing symptoms and I'm not sick, and, hopefully we can get the antibodies. So we have some kind of certificate like, hi, I have the antibodies for COVID-19, right? I mean, I don't know where it's going to go, but I don't feel worried or scared. I mean, there's always going to be people, and honestly, just to, be totally, there's people that are immunocompromised. There's people that are, older clients, like, I have clients that are in their 80s. I have clients like, like frail, like older ladies, and people that have, health situation compromised in some area. Like, of course they're going to have to be, they might not want to go out. So I can see that there might be some effect in that way, that people might be a little bit more cautious before we have a really good vaccine for this thing. The way I look at it is that, maybe I'll space out a little bit of how I schedule my appointments, like give me a little bit of extra time to do a little bit more of a deep cleaning.
Right.
But, people aren't laying on my bed like sneezing, coughing. But I have to say, a lot of people were coughing this year. And that's why I thought it was really interesting, is that, this dry cough, that a lot of clients complained about and I heard about. And then also I feel like, knock on wood, I feel like because I have worked with people for so long, I feel like I've built a pretty good, healthy immune system dealing with a lot of contact one-on-one with that's so close. And also with the steam and the heat and the cleaning, I mean, all I'm doing is washing, which is, I guess, a good thing. The virus doesn't like soap, right?
Right.
And it doesn't like heat. So, that is a good combination. So yeah, I think that it's not going to, I am hoping that we'll be back on track.
So let's wrap up with this question, and then we'll have people get your contact information, because you're going to want to send this link to various people, and we'll send it to various people. But which couple did you like the best?
Oh my God.
Regardless of whether they got married or not, regardless of what happened, which couple did you like you said, wow, that is a couple I aspire to be like, or I would aspire to be friends with? Any of them at all? Zero?
I mean, that one Barnett and his Amber. I mean, that had just train wreck written all over it for me. I mean, really, trouble. I just thought that was a weird match. They were just strange. I just thought in general, just strange.
But which couple? Was there any couple that you would have aspired to be friends with? You would say, wow, that's a together couple, regardless of whether they get married. Regardless of whether they get married.
The one, the African-American woman.
With the scientist.
I really, really, really want to hang out with her dad.
Ah!
Her dad was super cool.
Really?
I really liked her dad. Yeah, I thought her dad was cool. Yeah.
Wow. But the dad was tough on the guy. The dad. Have you been in a room with black people? Have you been in a room with black people?
I liked him. I thought he was really down to earth. He was really cool. I liked her mom too. Thought her mom was
cool. You weren't put off by the mom saying, I don't think your dad's going to like this, but go see your dad.
No, I liked them. And I liked that couple, I think, the most. I think I liked that couple the most.
Okay.
That one, the Brazilian one, oh my God. They are a trip. Like, they were a trip. And then the other thing I was wondering too, this is what I would do too. Okay, so all of those people on the Love is Blind, none of them were hideous. None of them were missing a tooth. None of them, like, you didn't have any, like,
no defects.
They were all relatively attractive,
yes.
Right? I mean, maybe they weren't, exactly our type or whatever, but they were all relatively attractive. They need to do that Love is Blind when there's some not that attractive people.
They had someone who said, but quickly exited the show, I don't get a lot of dates because I'm only 5'11" tall. And that guy was like gone from the show by the second episode.
Oh.
They did
really?
have one person. Your point is they discriminated in favor of the more attractive people.
Yeah, I think they wanted to make it work.
Yes.
So like, when you come out and you're like, let's say you had this amazing connection behind closed doors where you don't see this person.
Right.
And then they come out and you're like, wow, like not exactly what I expected.
Yes.
But that emotional connection was so strong. That's why I thought that they would prove that thing that love is actually blind.
Yes.
But they need to have a couple people that are like standard attractive.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Right.
To really prove that love is actually blind.
Well, you could take it and say there will be an offshoot show where there will be like disabled people, and it'll be like the guy's in a wheelchair and the woman is like on crutches.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, I'm not going to tell you my disability. You're not going to tell me your disability, but we're going to see if we can make this work. And then then we see what happens when they kind of get together.
Right.
And
because, it's like at some point people are not going to be as attractive. I mean, like you have to have that. I like the idea of having the emotional connection. I almost rather have them have the whole time where they don't see each other.
well, that happened towards the end where Mark and Jessica were talking, but they were in different rooms with the wall, and they were like, "We prefer it this way. We prefer not to see each other."
She first of all, she was a head case.
She was a head case. Yeah.
She was a head case.
She was on the very bottom of my list.
Did you see her feed her dog some wine?
Yes, I saw that. I thought, man, they're putting that on the show. They're going to get a lot of complaints. So tell people where you are when you're actually open for business again, and how they can reach you. The website, I'll put the website back up as you talk about this.
Well, we have mcskincare.com, and then you can reach me at service@mcskincare.com.
Yeah, this is your website right here, which is really well done.
And then, hey, Jack, you didn't click on the shop button.
Let me click on the shop button
this is really exciting. There's a whole new shop in there.
You got a shop in here. You got
no, don't do that one. Do the products. Go to products.
The products. Let's see what the products are. Okay, hold on. There are the products, right? There they are. Copacetic.
Right.
Wow, you got a brand there. That's a trademark.
Well,
that's good.
So here you go.
Seriously, that's good. We got to get a trademark for you.
So
Copacetic, that's your name.
Right.
Plus, it's about coping, right?
Well, it's what copacetic mean, right? Copacetic.
Yes.
So it's like a trade. It's like a play on words. But
yes, I think you did a great job. You should put a little right here. Do you see this arrow?
Yeah.
Right here. You need to put a little TM next to it.
Oh yeah.
You need to put a little TM symbol, not the R with a circle.
Right.
You're not registered yet, but put a little TM symbol, and put a little TM symbol up here at the top.
Okay.
And then we can get you a registered trademark, and maybe this is the beginning of the empire being created.
So this is the empire. So this is my whole tagline: cleanse. See that? Cleanse, tone.
Yes.
Treat and repeat. So
nice.
What my biggest thing is that I want to demystify the skincare industry. So women are we've been just bombarded with all these messages, about, staying young and all these lotions and potions and spending all this money. So I've been working with this, private label company for years and years, and they make a very simple, straightforward product for my business.
Yes.
And I have all my clients using it, and I feel like just by doing a good cleansing, toning, I've given you this product before. You have this stuff. Yeah. Cleansing, toning, you help to reinstill the pH of the skin so the skin behaves the way the skin is supposed to behave. So it's kind of like your gut, when you think about your gut flora. So you're eating all this crappy food, this processed food and everything. The skin is very similar. So people are using all these copious amounts of products and lotions and potions, and it just doesn't make sense biologically on how it works. Like the skin doesn't do what they say it does. And that industry is not regulated. So I found that, with teens and just everybody, keeping that skin nice and clean and keeping that pH at a nice healthy pH helps to fight against acne bacteria and keeps the skin healthy and, exfoliating. And it's just such a simple step that people overlook. Everybody is into the serums and the retinols and all these other things, but they forget about the cleansing and toning part. And so it's like brushing and flossing. Like, you can't not do it. It's very simple and basic. So that's kind of what I've been, it's just something that I've learned over the years that really works, and it's such a simple way to get people into having healthy, glowing skin without having to use all these many products that they don't really need.
Right. And you've got an Instagram site as well that has lots of different photos and lots of sayings on it. I think, just to give you some applause, I think you've built a really great business. It is small, but it is beautiful. And there is a saying that small is beautiful because you can develop and deliver quality. We sort of take the same thing here at Computer Law Group. You've known us for many decades.
Right.
We've known you for many decades. You've referred many clients to us that we've helped for many decades. So tell people, other than the website, I guess you really like them using the website and then also using the scheduling system that's baked into it, right?
Yeah, and then also, you know, I mean, honestly, right now, I mean, I know this is such a crazy time, but I try to be an optimist and try to be more positive and look at this as a gift, you know, a gift of time. And so now is a really good time if anybody has any questions, or, you know, they want to do a Skype call or talk about their skin or talk about their skin regime. I mean, without even seeing a client, I can definitely recommend, just by looking at their skin. You know, I have clients that send me pictures of their face like they're going through something, and then I can recommend things. And, you know, we don't have to see them in person. I mean, eventually we'll be back to seeing clients in person, and feeling and seeing their skin. But, you know, now is a good time to, you know, build relationships and get to know clients. I mean, I'm available. I can talk to anyone anytime. I mean, I'm homeschooling and cleaning, a lot of hiking.
How old is your son now?
He's 14.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to high school next year.
Wow. And you're homeschooling him through the end of elementary school.
Right? 8th grade. It's 8th grade at home, but, you know, I mean, I'm not really doing much. The school has been, you know, I'm just trying to guide him on to make sure he's on his Zoom calls and he's doing his thing. But, you know, they're doing a really good job, his school, I think.
And your husband's working at home too.
Yeah, and works for Salesforce, but he's in healthcare tech. So he has never been so busy.
And is it like 2 separate office spaces that you've set up?
Yeah, he has an office in the garage, and then I'm just down here in the family room. I kind of set up shop down here to work. And then, the other thing I've been doing is I've been watching the master class. Have you heard about that?
No, what's that?
Oh my God, you have to go check this out. This is awesome. A girlfriend of mine told me about it, and then one of my clients actually, we're splitting it. And it's all these experts, you know, that guy Neil Gresham Tyson, he's an astrophysicist, like from him to like Thomas Keller to, you know, like different experts. Like you could be on it.
Okay.
Like you could be just like
the
people
lawyer.
that are experts in their field.
The goddamn lawyer.
Yes. So, you know, I was watching one today about Bobby Brown. I watched this one about Christy Blakely, the woman that invented Spanx. Okay. You know, and then just entrepreneurs and like their stories, and they do classes. Kelly Wexler, the one that did all those proper hotels and the interior design. So it's all these different fields, from like arts to, you know, science to just every field. And so there's all these lessons. So they teach these classes. And so I've been getting, you know, it's a good time to just get caught up and do things that I really feel like I never have time to do.
Well, you're probably going to find that you're going to come up with a lot of new innovations and a lot of new product ideas for your business because you haven't had time before to do it. So
yeah, I'm thinking
for that.
Yeah, I have a lot of ideas, you know, circulating around the brain. And, you know, and then also like I've been doing a lot of cooking and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just been a time to be at home and cleaning and organizing and just doing stuff but I need a job. I'm a type of person that needs it, you know.
Yeah, you're a hard worker. You're one of the hardest workers I know, frankly.
Really? I don't know.
You are. That's meant in a positive vein.
Yeah, and you know what? I think you're right up there with me.
Right.
And you're quite a Renaissance man too. I'm not surprised that you got all your certifications in
the Gottman field.
Yeah, Gottman.
The mathematics of love. It's actually called the mathematics of love.
Oh my God. And also, what about the 7 essences?
Yes, the book.
I listened to all of your podcasts, and I wanted that one with Walter.
Yeah, did you like
Wally.
that? Did you like
Yeah,
that?
I want to read the 7 essences.
Okay, well, it's in the
Send that to me?
works. I'll send it to you first.
Okay,
I will
awesome.
send you, by the way, I will send you tonight after we're done, which will be soon, a book to read about, and your husband should read too, about how to improve your business alignment, the various things you do for your business, how
Okay.
to make the business really work. I did an interview with a professor, really smart guy, who wrote a book that talks about how to connect all the important dots in your life and in your business. It's
Okay.
worth reading.
Okay,
And
sounds good.
I'll get that copy to you on Kindle. I'm sure you've got a Kindle.
Yes,
Read
yes.
online.
Yeah, reading, just spending time and, just resting and, trying to doing the, meditation, mindfulness, just having time to do all these things that are always on my list of things I need to do.
Right.
And I think us humans we're innovative. This is not going to get us down.
No.
This is not the end of us.
And you're a breath of fresh air, because I've definitely spent time with a lot of people who are far more negative about all this. And I'm glad to end my Friday with you and a note.
Oh, yeah, it's so good. Yeah, and you know what? It's just, honestly, like, you know what you say, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger.
That's my favorite saying.
I know. But
anyway,
you know what?
Thanks, Melissa, for being on. Tell people how they can reach you. What's the phone number in case they've been listening, waiting to hear a phone number in their car? What's the phone number to dial?
415-771-7546.
And you do actually take appointments that way as well, right?
Yes, you can call, you can text, or no, you can't text that number. That's just a call number.
415-771.
7546. Is that right?
7546.
415-771-7546.
Right. And you are really, really good, and you're located in a very convenient place in San Francisco.
Yes, Union Square, 500 Sutter Street, Cross Street, Powell. Easy parking, especially now. I knew the day was over. I knew the day that they told me.
Is your son there watching this and laughing at you?
No, he fell asleep on the couch upstairs. When I went upstairs, he's exhausted.
Okay, well, tell him that we will do a podcast with him about his growing business in the field of photography.
Yes, he wants to do, we're doing videos. Him and I are working on videos of doing like washing space, cleaning the skin.
Yeah, it's smart. That's smart. He's got this whole goal of having drones with cameras and so.
Oh yeah, and I think that's going to be a big thing now coming, where people don't want to interact with humans.
Right, and I guess his drone crashed recently, so he's got to save some money for a new one.
Yeah, they got the drone stolen when they went on a fishing trip. So yeah.
All right. Well, take care. I'll look forward to seeing you hopefully next month.
Oh yeah, and then say hi to Lee, and then also all the best. Take care. Enjoy. Have a nice weekend.
You too. Bye.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye.
Tune in next time on The Valley Current.